Again, for people joining after the fact, and of course I'll bring this up for everyone as well, I'm trying to change up the content here at the Wisdom of Odin, as I always am. And so today, the reason I'm doing this, like there's a video coming out tomorrow, but with me taking that step back, the videos are taking more work, but I also want to connect with the audience as much, more. Honestly, I do want to connect with the audience more. So this is my attempt at doing that. So having a live stream kind of periodically. I don't really want to schedule them because I feel like that's too much pressure. Really, I just want to have these random moments because like right now, I'm in the middle of working on something for the Yule Gathering coming up very soon. And it's kind of taking up time because it's mostly just tying strings to this, and then I'm going to tie acorns to this as well. And so this is just taking time. And I actually have rabbit pelts down here as well. So what these books are actually sitting on right now is hopefully my winter like shamanic ritual garb. So I just have some glue setting right now that I'm going to come through later and probably sew some things. But I wanted to get some glue to get the overall shape. So I had the glue just kind of setting. So by the end of this video, I will show you what this is. So I have several rabbit pelts here. There's a muskrat pelt in here as well. So it'll drape over me, and I'm hoping it'll keep me warmer because the Yule Gathering is in Ohio. And it's looking to be, below freezing every night, and we're doing the rituals at night. So I want to make sure I have something that's warm while I'm doing these rituals that isn't like a coat. I don't want to just use a coat. So yeah, this live stream, I want to answer your questions as well. Like if you're new to the channel or just haven't had a chance to talk with me, I want to be more available because quite frankly, I know I don't get back to messages very often. And it's just because actually finding the time to sit down is just, it's almost impossible. Let's see. There we go. Any mods in the house? I mean, I don't think so. You're weird. I love it. Stay strange, brother. Much love. Yeah. No, well, I mean, I'm weird, but I also have a Firefly poster here as well. So I do have Danheim playing. I don't know if that's too loud. If it's too loud, let me know, and I will change it, but hopefully not. One second here. Yeah, live streams are weird, man. Live streams are weird. Much love from Northern Kentucky. Hey, much love from Central Kentucky, not too far away. So kind of update. Oh, I got my hot chocolate here. Well, good, you can't hear it because it's really just for me. Because the thing that's weird, I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever live streamed before. The thing that's always weirded me out about live streaming is the fact that it's really just me talking to the camera, but live at the same time. So I think the music helps calm me down. I will probably have to continue to do this. Let's see here. I wish I could make Yule. You guys are going to have so much fun. Lena, we would love to have you as well. Potato Peeler says, how do you get back in touch with the gods? Love from Ireland. So awesome. How late is it in Ireland right now? It's past midnight. You need to go to bed. That's how you get connected. You go to bed early. So this is a subject that has come up many times throughout the course of me running the channel, because it seems to be something that a lot of people want to know about is how to reconnect. So I've had many different answers, and of course this is where going outside is a big one, telling people, hey, just go outside. And something I'm trying to do with the videos that I'm doing now, like the video that's coming out tomorrow in the morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time, I'm talking about how to connect with the winter months, but also a realization that how we live now is so much different than how we lived in the past. And, like, for instance, the fact that, 100 years ago, every single person in the world basically heated their home with firewood. And now, I have central heat here, and it's weird. And we don't think about those things all the time. So I really think connecting back to where humans evolved from nature, is a really great way to reconnect with the gods. But the other thing that I think I always land on is the fact that I think we put too much pressure on ourselves, and we put too much pressure on the gods to be always around. And it's just one of those things where I personally, I don't always seek the connection from the gods. Sometimes they're always there, sometimes they're not. At the end of the day, it's just the gods are life. The gods are the everyday, their inspiration, their beauty, their sadness, their despair, their death, their life. They're all the different aspects of our lives, and we're going to interact with them one way or another. So I think trying to force a connection is where a lot of people end up feeling disconnected, is because they're trying so hard to get that next big experience. And, you know, I think when you fall into a very passive relationship with the gods is honestly the peak. That's the pinnacle. That's where you want to get to. And honestly, it's amazing when you hit that passiveness. Hi from Italy. You guys are up late. Go to bed. Hey, do you only... Hello, do you have an OnlyFans person spamming? Well, I'm sure one of the moderators will most likely shut you up here soon, but I do not have an OnlyFans. I mean, I've thought about it. I thought it would be a funny joke if I did it. Heath, I think I saw you in here. Please shut this man up. But I do not have an OnlyFans. I did have a lingerie place try to get me to sponsor them, and they sent me this link. They're like, sponsor us on your YouTube channel. And I was like, how do you want me to sponsor you? They're like, wear my lingerie while you do stuff. And I was like, I don't think you've ever watched my videos. It would be really funny though. So let me, my intention was to continue to work on this at the same time. So let me get something started here. So the idea here, let me pull one of these out. So I have these cinnamon scented pine cones. So they've been kind of infused with cinnamon oil. And I've been kind of letting them like dry out a little bit here. So what I'm going to do is basically, this is going to go around my neck during the ritual. And then on these, I'm going to tie the pine cones. Oh gosh, it won't be that hard. They get tangled up so fast. So, yeah, so like that. And then they will sit down from the garb, so all the garb will be on top. And I'll have pine cones coming out. I mean, very Yule-y. And the pine cones will also have a like cinnamon scent as well. Let's see. I mean, I can just ban this dude. Go away. All right, there you go. Heath, I thought you were in here. Heath, you failed me. All right, he's gone. Randy, oh man, what is happening here? Is this a thing now? I haven't seen this before. Go away. Why do people want to know if, like, what's the deal there? I have never seen a spammer on here before. That's wild. Well, I will... Jeez, I've never seen that before. Let's see. Yeah, let me see if any of the moderators can get on. It's kind of like, it's a funny... Oh my gosh. I have never seen this before. Heath, get them. What? That is so weird. What? I'm just kind of curious. Weird. Anyways, so pine cones. So I have 9 of these, and I'm going to have them strung throughout my body, hanging at various heights. So hopefully they will kind of knock into each other as well. So the idea is like, while I'm kind of dancing around, they will actually smack into each other here. Yeah, Heath, you're going to have your job, you know, kind of busy tonight. It's weird. Okay, we got 2 mods on now. I've never seen this before. So, yeah, I'm going to have 9 of these bad boys on here. Let's see if this is actually dry enough. Now that we've had the spammers, what the spammers have allowed is I'm going to show you this early. I'm going to take a drink of... Man, it's like rabbit hunting. All right. Let me see. All right, take that off. Uh-oh. No, not my Skyrim Special Edition art book. I was using this to weigh down. It's not like I ever use this anymore. So I just have this like Skyrim Special Edition art book I was using to weigh stuff down here. Yeah, let me see. I'll turn on, can I see if I can turn on slow chat to kind of slow these people down? I don't think I can. Does anyone know that if I can? That's so weird. I've never seen this before. Let me see if I can change it here on the computer. I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, I've never seen this before. Heath, I'm pretty sure you can ban them or silence them. So try to do that. Let me see if I can change in the settings here. Yeah, let me see if... Yeah, Reagan, if you could just like try to like block these people. This is ridiculous. Again, I'm so sorry, guys. I've literally never seen this before. Yeah, it's not letting me. I would have to close out the stream and edit it. I mean, you should be able to completely ban them from the channel. Let's see. Okay, I don't think. Weird. Anyways, so let me remove this here. Next arc. Yeah, no, you haven't. All right. So here's what we're working with here. So I'm just going to put it on. There we go. Yeah, that's actually, I feel like this is going to be quite cozy. So yeah, do the 180. So kind of like a little bit of a cape thing going on here. So far, seems like the glue is holding up pretty well. I'm still going to go through and probably sew some more, but I wanted to use the glue to get the general idea. You can ban phrases from your live chat. It was a thing when I did YouTube. I don't know. Well, hopefully the two mods on here can kind of silence it. So yeah, this is what I've been working with here. If you want, let me take you on a journey here. I'll get the full get up so you can kind of see a little bit. Come with me on a journey through my home as I wear rabbit fur. All right. Anyone want to say hi to Miri? Miri's in here on my unmade bed. Hello, Miri. Say hello to the internets. Say hello to the spammers. Miri, do you have an OnlyFans? Do you have an OnlyFans? Yeah. You better be paying rent if you got an OnlyFans. Okay. So let's see. Let me grab the shaman headdress here. I think that'll probably be all I grab for right now. Well, you know what? I'll grab that too. Get your opinion on that. So, oh no. Okay. Shaman headdress. Weird hat thing that Caleb made for me. All right. Put you back on the tripod. There we go. So, let's see here. Remove my glasses. Put this bad boy on. So yes, this is the idea. I mean, shoot, I'm already liking this. Like, you know, with this, it would hopefully just keep me a little bit warmer. Because it is going to be pretty cold, and I do plan to be barefoot as well. So I will have, like, my robes under this as well. I'll have my green felt hood. But yeah, this is feeling pretty good. And I'm just gonna like pet myself now. So the thing that maybe you guys can help me, because this is like, whenever I do any kind of shamanic ritual, this is what I always use. But I got this a long time ago from Caleb Baker in the community, Vigbjörn. And I mean, the fur I feel like fits this. But my thing is, I feel like, I mean, it's kind of cool. I forget this is maybe beaver, I think. So I got beaver, muskrats, and muskrat, and rabbit fur on here. And then I just feel like it kind of like doesn't maybe it's too much. Let's put this on at the same time. Oh my gosh, I am so blind now. This is max level blindness. How's that? Does that look cool? Oh my, yeah, I think it does. It kind of makes it look like I have a shamanic afro. All right. How was that, guys? How was that with the visor? I couldn't read. See, maybe if I wrap it around the top here. Ooh, I think that we got something going on here. Ooh. What's going on here, guys? How's that? That's awesome, cool. The only thing with this hat is it tends to fall off a lot. Maybe with this tightening it on my fucking skull, it'll actually work now. There we go. Oh, hi, Mary. She looks terrified. Let's complete the aesthetic. Whoop, whoop. Nope, that's not the drum I want. There we go. My neighbors really hate me, let me tell you. This isn't the first time this has happened. But I would love for them to come downstairs and see me. You know, I would answer the door like this, like, can I help you? All right, enough of that. I'll get way too into it. No need to get into a trance while I'm here on the YouTube. So, what do we think? Do we think go with both of these at the same time? Let me put on my glasses so I can actually read you. Yeah, okay. So, like, I tend to do a lot of, maybe my head's gotten a little bigger here, but I tend to do a lot of this. There we go. It's that motion that eventually will knock it off. Because if you actually watch the Yule Gathering last year, I was messing around with this. I had this on, and like I had the visor on as well, and then like 2 minutes into the ritual, this falls off, and I put it back on, and then I went back with the drumming. It fell off again. Someone handed it to me. I took it and just chucked it into the forest. Oh, whew, smells like glue. I'm gonna get high. Let's see here. I'm missing so many comments. It seems like all the spammers are finally gone. Both of you can see POV of your neighbor. Both. So much yes, both. Okay, it seems like a lot of both. Yeah, it's getting pretty high lung. Kind of the point. So on that, so obviously high lung is one of the biggest influences for me personally as a pagan, but also as just like a ritual practitioner, as someone putting on rituals. I mean, I went to a high lung concert. Damn, this thing's warm. I went to a high lung concert, and it really inspired me what you can do in a group atmosphere with music, with song, with drums. I mean, there was people straight up just like, you know, the whole time. And it was true when I went to go see them. You see, yeah, I need to practice the dancing around to see if this like works. I'm on the second floor, by the way. So now I'm gonna have both neighbors like coming after me. So far, nothing's fallen off here. Yeah, this thing's gonna be toasty, especially around a fire, especially when we get like crazy. Clipping that, please do. Whatever. I'm leaning in. You know what? I'm gonna open my window here. I'm gonna open my window here. All right, window's open. I doubt anyone's out there. Oh, why am I doing this? All right. You're right. I think I can see it a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty dope. I think I'm going to go with it. And you got the horns on there. All right, let me... I just kind of want to stay here the rest of the night. Because even if I'm just like casually talking like this and... Yeah. I'll see you, people. I'll see you. I have not had a drop of alcohol, mind you. I may soon. All right. I really intended on crafting while doing this. But yes, on to high lung. So I don't do this purely for theater. I know there will be people out there that say I'm only doing this for theatrical aspects. Now, is theatrics a part of it? Of course. I mean, if you're going to put on a ritual, this is one of my critiques of church, is, you know, if you're going to put on a ritual, if you're going to talk about your faith, make it fucking interesting, honestly. How do you like my little setup to hang out there? I was really proud of that. There we go. Woo! All right, can confirm. This is very warm. Ooh. So while we're taking this midpoint, while I'm trying to transition to actually doing a little crafting while I talk, which is proving harder than expected, there is a video coming out tomorrow. So I got done with it officially yesterday. It is on Patreon now, if you're on the Patreon. And, oh my gosh, I'm running out of places to put all my pagan stuff. So if you are interested in... I've been talking a lot today. I've been on like 2 podcasts today, so I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. So tomorrow I have a video on basically how to prepare for winter, kind of according to our ancestors a little bit, and what has changed in winters in the... Did it look better when it was like this? Oh yeah, it did look better when it was like that. There we go. I was just trying to give you some ambience back here. So tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time, it's called... Oh, I don't even remember when I called it. The video is called How to Grow a Deeper Appreciation for the Winter Season, featuring Awa's initiations with Soil Shaman from Instagram, or Matt Sargent. So I actually interviewed him because he's a homesteader out in Montana. I live in an apartment, I live in a city, so it's just one of those things where, you know, I don't feel like I'm, you know, that fearful of winter, and I think that's true for many people. We don't really have to fear it. If you have a home, if you have heat, you're kind of good to go. You can even get a pineapple this time of year. So this video is really supposed to be an eye-opening experience for how much our lives have changed really in the last 100 years, and how we react to winter, and how it used to really control our lives to some extent. So that video comes out tomorrow, and again, it's in the new style that I've been filming, so this video, there was a lot of work in this video, plus the full interview, which I didn't even get done until Sunday, so I was all day yesterday filming. Let's see. Oh, I need to take this off. It's spicy. Whew. Which is kind of the point. All right. Well, I held together pretty well. Yeah, I got like sweat on my back. I am pretty happy with how this turned out. I got these pelts surprisingly cheap. Sadly, I'm not a hunter, and I can't acquire these on my own. But I got them from someone that that all their pelts help support native communities. So they all come from native communities, and is a way to help support them. They all come from North America. So I was pretty happy with the vendor I found, and I think I got all of these for under $30 total. So pretty happy with it, and honestly, you know, I kind of want to wear it out and about. You know, there's my pagan OnlyFans. I will take my shirt off and only wear furs. Oh, I know some of you would probably like that and actually support me on OnlyFans, and I'm not going to do that. Let's see here. I'm impressed with your pelts. Well done. Again, if you're impressed with how I put them together, thank you. Otherwise, I did not personally get them myself. Let's see here. We also have been prepping wood for winter. Yeah, I mean, oh, and you said backbreaking work. And that's one thing we talk about, is the fact that if you want to heat your home all winter long with wood, I mean, it takes, the study I saw online said it takes 4 cords of wood to heat your home all winter. And so these are all things we talk about in the video. We talk about food prep as well, what it takes to food prep for this time of year, all with the interview with Matt. So that comes out tomorrow. So please make sure you check it out. Again, videos like this where I'm just kind of, you know, chit-chatting with you. You get to see me more as just the kind of the goof I am. Mostly it's because I live alone with my cat and I'm a little lonely. But at the same time, I want to connect more with you as an audience while also only doing the 1 video a week. That is helping me a lot. Honestly, creatively, I mean, you should see the amount of... Let's see, I think I got the script over here. Yeah, so like I'm actually typing scripts now. So like, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages of a script with, you know, extensive notes on the subject, as well as like a voiceover script, which of course I film, you know, here in my studio. And then I have the, you know, like live action, whether that's filming out in nature or filming in front of my fireplace. And a lot, actually with this video coming out tomorrow, there's 2 scenes One filmed at the Pinecones in Kentucky, which is the last place I live stream, and then I also filmed at Raven Run, not too far from my house. Then I also had the voiceover and I had the interview, put it all together. So a lot of work with this video. So please make sure you're checking those videos out. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I really cannot emphasize how important it is, especially with me dropping back to the one video a week, that you share these videos, you like them, comment, all that good stuff. Thank you all so very much. Is my light dying? I think my light's dying. That was... yeah, I think my light's dying. Don't worry, I'll switch this one over. But does anyone have any questions for me? I'll try to answer here before I try to craft again. Let's see here. Do you own any Viking swords or shields? So I do own a shield that was made by a member of our community. Here, I will take you on another journey into my living room because I don't think I left any bodies in there. I think I can show you. That's a joke, by the way, if you're the government and listening to this. Oh, I can flip this around. So that's the shield I do have. This was made by a member of our community. Keenan, he does sell them. I think they're around $200, something like that. So of course it's got the folk bind rune in it. And I mean, really, it just, I mean, obviously I'm not using it in battle or anything, but it makes a really great mantelpiece there as well. I don't have a Viking sword. I do have a Viking axe. And I would say that's probably like the close, like, you know, I don't think I'll end up buying a Viking sword. Headed to Patreon now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, so you got, whew, that glue is strong, guys. I bought like a fabric glue, and it seems to have done the job really well. There we go. Hi from East Texas. Hello from Central Kentucky. Hot chocolate break. Crafting my own shield. What's such a fun project. That does sound like a great project. I am trying to get into crafting more. Admittedly, you know, I'm very much a byproduct in the new age. My father is a computer programmer. My mother is a nurse. I grew up with video games and television. It hasn't been into my 20s and really until I became a pagan that I got really interested in the outdoors and interested in craft. Something like this, honestly, it's one of the best parts about having a community is how they have inspired me to craft more myself, to make things like this, something I would have never thought. I'm so proud of this, I really am. And honestly, the more I'm starting to move closer to doing things like this more often, the more I take a step back from the technological world, at least in my form of entertainment. Normally on a night like this, I would be playing video games, and while I still enjoy that sometimes, it doesn't fulfill me as much as it used to. And the thing I think that makes technology good is the fact that we're doing this right now. I really enjoy this relationship as far as the online community. The fact that I can make a weird rabbit skin thing for a shamanic ritual in a week and a half, and I can go online and talk to 73 of you. That's pretty darn cool. So for those aspects of the internet, I do like it. And, you know, I don't think we can live in a way that the internet is going to just disappear, because we're going to have a lot of problems and if the internet just disappears. So we should probably get used to it and learn to live with it in some regards, but we also have to make sure we control it. Let's see here. Okay, I've never used Patreon. Hey, me either, man. You know, Patreon is probably honestly, I don't love Patreon. You know, I've kind of fallen into the hole where it's just like, it's a really great way for everyone to support what I'm doing. And I'm honored that everyone, you know, all the people that choose to support me there. But Patreon, I mean, one, it takes a huge chunk of the money. I mean, right now, I think it takes 10% or something like that. And then the app is kind of suspicious sometimes. It's not great. But, you know, really, if you join me there, thank you so very much for putting up with Patreon and supporting me as well. Let's see here. Hey Jacob, I just wondered how you keep your mindset so strong and true whilst living in a ever-growing Christian world as much as it gets shoved in our faces. So I will share this encounter with you. I think Christians are becoming more open to the idea of paganism. So yesterday I was going to my mailbox, which I have at a post office, and while I was walking out, it was actually with my rabbit pelts, and my old art professor showed up, and I talked about this on the podcast. I was on Keenan's podcast with Blade, Grandma and the Dwarf. Check it out when it comes out here soon. This is one of the things that we talk about is, you know, this is Christian relationship that we seem to have, and Keenan even mentioned it on the podcast. That seems like Christian ideas of paganism are maybe starting to shift a little bit. And it's encounters like this that really give me hope. So this professor I know, I'm friends with him on Facebook. He's retired, he's quite old, but he's one of the most known professors, artists in all of Lexington and probably all of Kentucky. He's very well known. and a very, very wonderful, sweet, gay Mexican man. And he's, he's not ashamed of it, and, a very lovely person. And, he comes up, and so when I use this voice, this is literally how he sounds. I'm not mocking him. He's just like, "Oh, Jacob, it's so good to see you. Come here." And, give me a hug. And then he's like, "So what are you doing? What are you doing with life?" And I'm just like, "Oh, YouTube," because he's very Christian. He posts all the time. Whenever it's my birthday, he's like, "May God bless you," and all this stuff. I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And, him and I were talking, and he's a very smart guy. Very smart. So he knew that I was kind of beating around the bush about what I was doing. Because I'm just like, I just don't like imposing it on people. And he's like, no, what do you do? What's your YouTube? And I told him, I was like, yeah, it's paganism. And he's like, Jacob, we all come from Mother Earth, so that's wonderful. And that is a very pure and lovely connection. And honestly, like, those are the things that keep me going, is the connections like that. And I will also say something that I talked about in the full podcast here recently when we had our after Thanksgiving episode. Something I brought into, and honestly, I think this is one of the most important things to me, is in Norse paganism, in all paganism, we're not looking to convert, which is one of the reasons that, probably need to silence that. I think it was starting to play licensed music and it might get all weird. So at this last Thanksgiving, I was at one of my friend's house who's not a pagan, but he knows of my beliefs. And, he's very Catholic, and he had his wife's very, very, very Bible Belt Eastern Kentucky relative show up. If you're from this area, when I say Eastern Kentucky Bible Belt people, you should get an image in your mind. These people are not very open individuals. They are Mountain Dew, guns, God, and glory. These are these are salt of the earth Kentuckians. And one of the things I wanted to do, because we tend to do it at every gathering we have, is we make a plate of food for the ancestors, and then we usually burn it for them, for all the ancestors that couldn't be with us. And I asked my friend, I was like, hey, I want to do this. Are you going to okay with it? This is your home. I will obey by your rules while I'm in your home, just as I expect him to obey by my rules in my home. And he's like, no, I love that. Please do. And so right before Thanksgiving, we went out. He said grace, like most American families probably did. One of the few times a year they probably do. And I stepped forward with a plate of food, and I, to this room of very, very Kentucky people, I said, hey, my family's tradition is that we always make a plate of food for the people that are not here with us now. Whether that means they couldn't travel here or they're no longer with us. So this plate of food is for them, and I will burn it later for them or bury it in the woods. And they looked at me kind of for a second, and they're like, I absolutely love that. Man, I'm going to start doing that at my house. And that is all you need to do, honestly. You don't need to come in and say, hey, I'm a Norse pagan, I honor the ancestors, you need to honor the ancestors, you're going to make a plate of food, you're going to do this. That's not our way. To me, showing people what we do and the beauty of what we do is honestly how we can, not even convert them or just convince them that we truly believe in what we believe. And so I think maybe it's because I switched to that mindset, is I'm not trying to convert them. Obviously, I'm not going to allow them to try to convert me. But at the same time, I feel like I try my best to share with them. And even with my family, and, some of you may stay updated on this. My mother still does not know. And the reason that she doesn't know is a decision between my father and I, that my mother just would not simply understand, that would cause a rift in the family that would hurt her. I love my mother. She was a great mother growing up. And she just will never understand my religious beliefs. And some of you, that you might not see that as okay. That's fine, but it's my mother. And I love her, and I don't want to hurt her. And so I will keep it from her as long as possible, and my dad agreed to that as well. But that doesn't mean I don't try to bring those same family traditions as well, especially like Hygge, something I talk about. And this is also something you can bring to your family if they're not necessarily pagan, or to a non-pagan family that doesn't even know anything about your religious beliefs. I told my mom had paper plates out for Thanksgiving. I was like, Mom, do not have paper plates out for Thanksgiving. That is, no, this is the time of year to have the fine china. This is why you have fine china, Midwestern mother, is for days like this. And, we lit candles, we made it look really nice. We turned off the TV, because they always have the TV on. I'm like, turn that shit off. I turned off the Amazon Alexa, I really did all I could to make sure there was a family gathering. While not necessarily wholly pagan, I felt like I was able to bring some of my pagan beliefs into even my family Thanksgiving in that way. Whew, I don't even know what the original question was now, but I hope that answered it. 81 people in here. Hello, everyone. Let's see here. I do the same. My dad started joining me for rituals out of curiosity, and now, oh my gosh, you all are talking so much. But it's football, Jacob. No. Unless it's the Minnesota Vikings or something. One of my neighbors is outside staring into the window now. If you were not here previously, I wish I could show you the flashback of what was happening like 20 minutes ago. But there is a neighbor just staring at me now. Where's my hat? Okay, I'm going to put this back on. Since he's staring, I'm going to make sure that he knows not to come into my house and not to mess with me. I think I'm getting high from this glue, everybody. This stuff is stanky. Turkey feathers, by the way, everybody. Alright, just so he knows, this is not the house you try to rob. I will put evil spirits against you. This is not the house that you try to come tell me to do what I do with my life. Leave me alone, people. Yeah, that's right. Alright. He went back inside. I couldn't see his face. I just saw the silhouette of him standing there, looking at me with my open window. I just stood there looking at him. I just saw the... went back in the house. Mission accomplished. Oh, I can see it like this. Dude, that looks pretty sick. And it kind of looks like my hair, which is wild. I love that. All right. I know this live stream is called like Pagan Crafting, and very little crafting is... That's so cool. I'm so happy with it, how this turned out. Ooh. All right, let's see what he missed here. Wow, there's 90 people in here. I'm not a Norse pagan, but I do enjoy your videos. They are super informative and helpful since I'm interested in Norse mythology and how people practice their beliefs. Well, thank you for being for this here for this channel as well. And I hope that's something I've been able to kind of instill in this channel. Like, obviously, I want to make content for Norse pagans. I want to make content for people to get into this faith. But that doesn't mean I want to completely close it off to other people. In fact, I have much respect for people that just want to watch the channel for entertainment purposes, which I hope I'm able to bring to the table, or just education purposes, which is something I also hope. You know, being entertaining and educational at the same time is honestly one of the main goals of my channel. So thank you so much for watching it, even if you're not a pagan. It's 92 people in here. That's amazing. So, I think I've learned that crafting at the same time is very difficult. So let me see here. Maybe, help me out here. Maybe the idea, I'm going to flip this back on. Yeah, because this light's about to die. Let's see, let's bring this bad boy up here. There we go. Germanic. Oh, whoa. Ha ha! There we go. Ha ha, neighbor. So, oh, this is like really aesthetically pleasing. This is fucking dope. Hold on. I think I've cussed too much for this episode now. Let's see. There we go. Look, it's like honestly really aesthetically pleasing with the lamp there and like, yeah, that's awesome. All right. All right. There we go. What's the poster on the wall behind you? Well, this is because I'm a man of culture. That is a limited edition poster, mind you, I got in college, of the Firefly TV show. You Can't Take the Sky From Me. One of the greatest shows of all time, R.I.P. Then we'll never come back. Let's see here. You look so cool. Well, thank you. Only bummed I can't get good mead where I live. It's very low quality. It's getting better. I know some of my friends that live in like smaller counties are getting better mead. Definitely try to like find people that brew it locally. I think there's usually quite a few. I know here in Kentucky, like Logan in our community usually brews his own mead. In fact, I know he's brewed quite a bit, like a Paw mead, which is local. I know you can get it shipped to you too. Like a lot of them ship nowadays. But more and more meaderies are really starting to pop up, and we're hoping that maybe that can be something that is a revenue stream for the nonprofit in the future. Total Wine has good mead. It actually does. Firefly, fuck yeah. Gosh, I cussed way too much for this one. I thought that was Serenity. Very classy. Thank you. I just put it up today. So Blade and I are actually doing in the community. We're hopefully to do a podcast. Well, we already filmed the first episode on just like film reviews. Nothing to do with paganism, just film reviews. So I put it up for that. I'm starting my own Yule traditions. What are you guys doing during the 12 nights of Yule? So I will be doing a video, next week's video, which I have mostly done for the most part, is going to be on the 12 Yule traditions. Well, the Yule traditions that we do as community, what I do personally, and whatnot, and what we know historically. So, okay, the way I think I'm going to do this, I'm going to read a question. I'm going to get in position for this, for crafting. And then I'm going to read a question and answer it while I tie these here. Because it's not really that hard to tie on these here. Requires a little bit of focus. Let's see. That's all my knife. Pretty sure that son of a bitch is just open too. All right. All right, now I find the location here, and I'll read a question. I got to go, Jacob. Have fun, man. Can't wait to see you at Yule. Hey, man, you have a good night, too. So you're coming to Ohio Yule? If you are, can't wait to see you. Or California Yule, maybe. Have a good night. You guys are so nice. I'm having a Yule gathering again this year. Any Yule ideas for rituals or anything along those lines? So something that I read in a book I honestly am not a big fan of, but I do think it's a good ritual, is a Suna night or a Suna bloat. We did it last year, and you can do this solo. You can do this by yourself, with family. And what I really like about a Suna bloat, so basically what you do is on one of the nights of Yule, we usually do it on the first night at a gathering. I think we're doing it on the second night this year. Is you basically make an offering. I make an offering to Heimdall to help us stay up throughout the night. And then that's the goal, is you basically sacrifice your nightly sleep for the coming cycle. I think the book says do it on the solstice because it's the longest night. And so you stay up all night, you beat through the sleep, enjoy your friends and family. And then as soon as you see that dawn sun rise, you give an offering to Suna or Sol, and then you finally go to sleep. Or you don't go to sleep. I think I slept 2 hours last year, something like that. So again, it's nothing, I don't think that's, I'm pretty sure that's not a traditional ritual. And something I'll obviously be exploring within the Yule video is the fact that a lot of Yule traditions, there's no Bible on Yule traditions. You have the tale of Hakon the Good, which is where we get the majority of our traditional things. But Yule, in some way, in some form, has been around really since human history, since Nordic history. And so it's just going to be one of those things where there's different traditions all over the place, like Yule goats, Yule logs. They all come from somewhere different. The 12 Nights of Yule, I believe, come from the German influence from what I learned while in Germany. So there's really no one right way to do it. It's really just a winter celebration. And honestly, a lot of things that are done for Christmas all have pagan themes deep down. So enjoy the holiday season. If that's Christmas, enjoy it with your family. Make good food. Have strong drink. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your family. I think that's the best way to really celebrate Yule. I know some people get persnickety about, what day you celebrate it on. We as a community, we follow it on and around the solstice, but we also have a gathering in January as well, where we're going to be talking about, when we have a Yule gathering as well in January in California, which I'm really looking forward to. Let's see here. Appreciate it, brother. I'll give it a try and like the idea. Honestly, it's really cool, especially if you have a couple friends to do it with. It could be a lot of fun. What is your favorite color? What is your quest? What is the airspeed of an unladen swallow? Well, it depends if it's carrying coconuts, my friend. My favorite color is probably blue, but after going to the University of Kentucky, I don't think so anymore. Oh, and what is your quest? My quest is not seeking the Holy Grail. My quest is finding Mjolnir. Where is that buried? Let's see here. Odin's Skull meat is pretty good. Any other questions I can see here? I was able to go to the gathering in Idaho this year, and it was amazing. Hey, so glad you were able to enjoy it. Is the Viking blood a sweet mead? They have multiple meads. I would generally call them not sweet, though. Sadly, I must go. I hope you have a wonderful night. Hey, it was great having you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Have 'Em All by Jackson Crawford is amazing. Hell yeah. Let's see here. Lots of people logging off here. Again, thank you all so much for joining me for this. Okay, but if you guys have any questions, now's your time. How are you this fine evening, Jacob? I'm doing well. Again, I feel like it's both a natural thing and something I'm trying to force myself to do, is to do more things like this. Not necessarily the live stream aspect. I just was kind of spur of the moment. But I do want to do more crafting. Things like this, and I probably need to put this back on for the people that are just joining me on the podcast. I mean, I am lucky enough to have a spare room in my house. And yes, I use it in my office. You know, I use it for a lot of display of my pagan and personal items. But doing things like this, having a room like a workshop, is honestly a blessing. I'm very lucky to have it, and I should be taking more advantage of it. You know, I shouldn't just live on my couch. I saw someone say, how's the pop filter working out? Honestly, really good. It is night and day difference between the audio last time. So before, I didn't even have this on it, and you know, it was pagan practices. So I did, obviously when I edited, trust me, I noticed, and I don't want to ruin it for you and shatter that glass, but yeah, I did end up getting this with the pop catcher as well, and it honestly sounds, I messed with the audios of this as well. Really good. I am exceedingly happy. I try not to, you know, suck myself off when it comes to like the things I make, but I'm very happy with how the video turned out for tomorrow. So I really hope you guys check it out. I think it's one of my favorite videos I have ever done, and I'm just really proud of it. I think the audio turned out great, all the visuals turned out great, the interview was great, and the subject matter was great. So I really hope you check it out. Okay, this is looking like a tangled mess now, but this tangled mess is coming together. See, I need 9 total. I got, see, 1, guys fused together here on me. Let me count this. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. Yeah, I need 3 more. And then I can start attaching the acorns on there. So the reason I got the cinnamon scented ones, so I seasoned them with cinnamon, is when they're tied to this and during the ritual, I really want people to have that smell of the Yule season. I mean, these things are potent, man. So I think it'd be really cool. I really think activating all the senses is very important in a shamanic ritual. So smell is one of those things that's always been difficult. So, I mean, obviously incense works really well, or sage, mugwort, or Palo Santo, or whatever you burn. I think works really well. I did order, because we don't do animal sacrifices. I don't think we ever will. I have no problem with people that do if they own the animal and they do it, you know, ethically and things like that. That's their choice. But what we did do is I ordered iron powder that's safe, and we're going to mix that with a mead, and we're going to kind of do the thing where we spatter people with a fake blood, and so that will also have a smell like blood, honestly. And we're going to bless that as well, and you know, use that as kind of like our blessing for everybody, because we do know that historically, that's in the historical tales of what they used to do for Yule. So that's definitely one of the things that was most likely appropriated by Christianity. So I definitely want to take that back. Let's see here. Does pineapple belong on pizza? So, I don't know, Herd of Turtles, if you're on Discord, but we did have this debate once, and I do believe pineapple belongs on pizza. All of a sudden, I lose all my subscribers. So, hear me out, though. The reason that pineapple is delicious on pizza, if you like it, is because of sweet and salty. It's that simple. It's the sweet and salty combination, as long as it's good pineapple. If it's not good pineapple, you're not going to enjoy it. It's that simple. All right. I'm losing track here. All right, that's the knot for the necklace itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck. Well, that's going to be interesting. So instead of tying it all around the circle, because I got distracted, I've accidentally made like a line of them on each other. Whatever, we're going to go with it. What if... Ooh, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to loop that back around. Ooh, I don't know. I might just cut it all off. I'm going to cut it off. It's scaring me. Sorry. Goodbye, little guy. Your twine, you were $1. Let's see here. I'm glad I could get a reaction from the whole chat with that one. Oh my gosh, is it happening? Those would be fighting words. I second the pineapple on pizza. It's fire, damn autocorrect. Vomit, how dare you. Pineapple pizza isn't that bad, honestly. I'd rather do pineapples be room temperature cool versus hot, though. Yes, I will agree. I do not like the pineapple hot. Now, I'm blaming my mother here. So my mother used to make Spam as a child. She would make it with pineapple and brown sugar. So I got used to eating warm pineapple from that. And it's one of my family, like one of my small, like, your family was poor once recipes, because my family was, you know, Eastern Kentucky coal miners at one point, and that's one of the things they picked up along the way, you know. And so that always it's like an ancestral thing for me, I think. So that's my argument. You can't deny me now because of that. I still can't get over that guy like popping up. All right, let me do the recount now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I need 2 more. Let's see here. Banana sound. Whoa, what? No, banana on pizza is the best. Sweet and salty is unbeatable. Banana on pizza? I've never heard of that before. I haven't had Spam in forever. I will still. I mean, my college days, I ate it all the time because it's relatively cheap. You know, you buy, you know, a thing of Spam's $3. As long as you have the brown sugar, you buy a $1 thing of canned pineapple, and you usually make it with mac and cheese. And honestly, it's pretty good. Not healthy for you at all. And Spam is very suspicious. The S stands for suspicious. All right. So I think I needed 2 more. Pretty excited to see how this turns out. Yeah, this is looking really cool. All right, 1 more. How's everyone doing in here? It's a Swedish thing? I've heard the Swedes are really weird with tacos. I've heard rumors that the Swedes got a strange obsession with tacos not too long ago, and then they started doing really weird things with it. Now, don't get me wrong, we have a place down the street just for me that serves very strange and delicious tacos. I mean, delicious. But I've heard the Swedes do very strange things, like, you know, raw salmon on tacos, like some sushi taco looking things, and, you know, I don't know, I'm not judging. I'm just trying to confirm a rumor, you know? What time is it in Kentucky? It's 12:30 a.m. here. It is 7:30 p.m. here. It's just really dark now. And maybe that's one of the things I'm connecting with here a little bit. Maybe this is a little bit of an ancestral thing. Because in the video I just did, that comes out tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time, please check it out. One of the things I covered in that is the fact that 50 years ago, it was pretty hard to be entertained around wintertime. And so you had to find ways to be creative, and especially since it gets dark so early, that's something that's become very aware to me this year, more so than any other year before, is how dark and how early it gets dark. And the fact that 7:30 6 months ago meant it was still daylight. You still had time to go do something outside, but now not so much. I think using this time of year to reflect on the inwards, to work on something, to craft on something, to read, to write a book, I think is, you know, one of the things we really can start bringing to the table. But also, I think this time of year, you know, is the time of year for watching TV, for watching Netflix, really vegging on the couch, obviously, you know, in moderation. And then summer is the anxiety. You should not watch TV in the summer. Like, very rarely. Maybe you should have an outdoor movie night in the summer or something like that. But I think we should live our life a little bit more according to the seasons. At least has always been one of my theories. Let me cut all the dead ends here. It's dark here and it's only 4:30. Let's see here. With this faith being so connected to nature, does all this modernization and civilization ever make you feel disconnected? Or do you feel like the gods in every aspect of life? So I think the answer should be, you should feel the gods in every aspect of life. But I'm not going to deny that being in a big city, it makes it very hard to connect to the gods. So again, I was lucky enough to spend my summer in Munich, Germany. Amazing experience all around. And the thing that I was able to do there, my family is definitely German, 100%. I have a lot of German in my family. And I think I was able to connect to that while in Munich a little bit. And so I didn't feel wholly disconnected, but I will say I didn't feel any real God connection while there, except for when I did that Balder video, and I went to that Temple of Apollo that was made in the 1800s. That was a very amazing god experience. And I've always felt connected to Baldur ever since then. And so yeah, but I do think that the modern world makes it more hard. And not just that, I think all the distractions make it harder. If you really think about all the distractions that we have every single day, I mean, I'm very against things like TikTok. I really hate them. I don't like Reels, even though I've made a few of them just to experiment with the algorithm. But like I was on Facebook the other day, which is a very rare thing for me anyways. And I was scrolling through and I landed on a video from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, one of my favorite shows. And I watched the video, you know, but then immediately it started playing a reel for me immediately afterwards, like that. It just started playing a reel it thought I would like. And I watched it because I liked it. And then I watched the next reel. And before I knew it, I watched 5 reels on Facebook. I hate reels. I hate TikTok. And they tricked me. And that's the thing. It is so much harder to get away from the distractions in our modern world nowadays that, you know, that's why I'm really big on us putting limits on the technology, putting limits on social media, using things like, you know, like on my phone right now, you know, everything is locked down besides the app, like 2 apps, like phone calls and texting are the only apps not locked down. Obviously, I bypass for YouTube and doing this. But using the tools before us to keep our tools in check, I think is very important. So I do think it is so much harder to get reconnected to the gods if you get disconnected, more so than it would have ever been in the past. But it's also never been easier to talk to one another. Look at what we're doing right now. And that's something that I can't deny at the same time. Let's see here. It wants the power of the drum. Let's see here. Cut paper outside. What's happening? Dude moving so fast. Is something happening? Is there a bug in here or something? Nice little spider. Is there a bug in here that I'm not aware of? Oh, hey, we talking about that thing? Can you even see that thing? Oh no, what are you guys talking about? Where's the spider? Now I'm freaking out. Oh, are you saying this is a spider? Is that what you're saying? What are you guys talking about? We can see it clear as day. On the wall. Am I getting warmer? Are you talking about this thing? Like that thing right there? Yeah, that thing? Oh, that's just the Kentucky national bird. That's a stink bug. That ain't a spider. Yeah, no, those things are annoying, man. I hate those things. You guys had me freaked out like it was crawling on my shoulder or something like that. Oh. Oh, that's funny. All right. So now, let's figure out how to attach these bad boys. I mean, I have glue, but I think it almost killed me. Let's see. I probably can just wrap this around. I don't want them to like fly off and hit people, obviously. I mean, that's not coming off. There we go. So yeah, let's just do that. We should be able to be done with this here very soon. All right, there's one. Let's get the next one. All right, that's the loop. Try a lasso, not the end. Yeah, it's kind of what I did was lasso it, and then really instead of tying it, I've just been like shoving it in there, honestly, because the pine cones are already so like tacky. So let's see. Yeah, I've just been really kind of weaving it in and out of the pine cone here. Let's see here. This one's kind of fucked up. I tell my nieces they're wood beetles, so they stop screaming like little babies. Sorry, stink spider. Yeah, they're annoying, man. Yeah, he flew in here right when I got started. You pagans, man. Immediately you guys see something, you're like, wow, it's like a documentary. You're like, it was moving so fast. You had to be really freaked out. That's funny. Let's see. Do it once over here. This one's really falling apart on me. All right. There's 2. I fully expect, I mean, I'll probably offer this into the fire after the ritual, I assume. So I'm not too worried about it lasting forever. This is really kind of like a Yule offering. So something I'm really planning on calling to during this this gathering is that name of Odin I found back in the summer of Yulnir. I really love that name, and I really want to work and connect more with that name. Let's see here. Stinky. Are we still talking about, you guys are so pagan. You're still talking about the spider. Not spider. Only use my phone for contact purposes and work. Yeah. And here we see the elusive stink bug in its natural habitat. Watch as it makes its way. Should I just wing it since it's my first time celebrating a pagan holiday? So, the first time I ever had anyone over, this was right after, yeah, I think it was right after I started the Wisdom of Odin. I had someone over. It's Casey, who's been in the videos before. It was the only Norse pagan I ever knew before I had the community. And the first time my first technical gathering was Casey and I, and that was it. And we tried to do this tonight. We kind of failed. She had to go home, and so yeah, we came over. We talked about the gods, and it was amazing. I was like, this is what we need, is more of this. And so all it was I think I made my pizza wraps. I had some friends over. I had like my friend that I was talking about with Thanksgiving earlier. Had a couple more of my local friends and Casey come over. I made everyone dinner. We had a good time. We laughed. We talked. We didn't watch any movies. And then Casey and I just spent 6 hours talking about the gods. And it was amazing. And I was like, this is what we need. So it doesn't need to be anything big. And I really think we put too much pressure on ourselves at times to make it big. It doesn't need to be. If this is your first Yule, if this is the first time you're celebrating it, just enjoy it. Enjoy the winter nights. Make a good meal, invite some friends over, even if they're not pagan, and just enjoy yourself. I mean, that's really what Yule's about, is good Yule. Drinking to good Yule, or drinking Yule is kind of the whole thing. The famous pizza wraps. It's been a while. Our gatherings have been too big for the pizza wraps. Like this one we're coming into is 70 people. I'm not making, well, we've made them 53 is the most we've ever had. All right. Let's see here. No. Ooh, spicy. I'm really excited for this. All right. How are you doing with your screen time? So it's gotten a little worse, admittedly. So I actually did have 2 phones for a while, which sounds funny because I talk all the time about digital minimalism. But I had 2 phones just to have a personal and a work phone, because I just, just over the time I'm getting so many notifications. I was getting too obsessed. So I thought the answer would be, hey, I'm going to get 2 phones. That way I can hang up the work phone. And it worked for a while. But then with the nonprofit, I've had to be around my phone more to kind of do stuff with that. And so it's completely backslid, sadly. Are you going to fall off? Yeah, I'm going to have to tie these bad boys. Yeah, they're eventually going to unravel. I don't want to tie them. Maybe I'll do that later. Maybe I'll just do that later. We've been doing this for an hour. Maybe that's tomorrow's job. I think that's tomorrow's job. Oh, hey, there's my knife. Let me just get this in a way that's not going to become a tangled mess, and this isn't going to become a spider here, because it is getting a little late. I'm getting a little tired. I should probably be taking a rest. But yeah, my screen time got bad there for a while, because it became what became my salvation in the sense of having 2 phones to break away, then became a chore to have 2 phones on me all the time. So I think it backslid a little bit. So I went back up to like 3 or 4 hours a day, and I'm not going to say it's gotten any better, but it's just one of those things you have to constantly keep in check. Now, one of the things that's increased my screen time is I've recently got back into Magic the Gathering, and I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena on my phone. So that's kind of, and obviously like right now, it's counting this as screen time, and when I record. So when it comes to social media, I'm keeping my social media time under an hour still, which I think is the main goal. This is my first Yule alone. I got divorced this year. Happy about the divorce. I cut out the toxic family, so I will basically be alone this year, and suggestions on things I could do. The Suna Night, I think, is a really great way to celebrate Yule, because it's a personal devotion. It can be fun. Just plan it out. Like, don't just watch TV all night. Have a ritual. Kind of dedicate the night. Hey, I'm giving this night to Suna, to Sol. Heimdall be with me. So Heimdall give me blessings as I move forward. And let's see. Whew, sorry. Getting all caught up. So yeah, do that and then have things planned for that night. Maybe you work with your runes a little bit. Maybe you craft something. Maybe you have some time to read, or you just spend some more time outside, you know, looking at the moon, looking at the stars, and really working with, you know, Suna or Sol. And then really push yourself. About 3 o'clock, it's going to become hard. 4 o'clock in the morning, it's going to become even harder. But then as soon as 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock rolls around, you're an hour away from the sunrise. You really get a nice euphoric rush as your body really pushes through. And then you get to see the rising sun. I think this is one of the best ways to really get connected, you know, just because it is a goal. It's not just working in front of the altar space. It's a dedication, and I think that is a really great way to connect. So yeah, let me get that's up. So let me show this one more time for you guys, for the people that came in late, that haven't been able to watch the whole thing, to the 91 people in here. I'm sure not everyone here was there in the beginning. So the main goal was making this. I didn't make this throughout the course of the entire video. So it's basically a warm vest made of rabbit fur muskox, or muskrat, not muskox, that would be cool. So this is my winter shamanic wear for when I do shamanic practices. Obviously, once again, I'm not a shaman. I just use shamanic practicing to further my connection to the gods. And so yeah, this is kind of the deal. This is just to keep me warmer. This that I was just working on is going to sit under this, and there's going to be pine cones hanging down from it, where, you know, and they're also cinnamon scented, so they'll be having a cinnamon scent in the air, and they'll be banging together. So I need to tie those on, but after that, this is really done. And so I think we have decided tonight, for the people that have been here since the beginning, that we're going to do the full headdress and this hat as well, with the horns on it. I mean, honestly, the thing that's nice is the leather here. This is buffalo leather, by the way. What this does is it tightens it, so it doesn't have that rock. So I really think I can really. There's still someone outside. So yeah, going with this again, having my robes under this, and I will be barefoot because I have found that I just cannot really connect without being barefoot, feeling the connection to the earth. So my feet will be cold, but the rest of me will be warm, is the goal. So this is the getup. This is from members of our community, the Wildlings. They made this. This is a deerskin drum. So there's a lot of animals going on here. I got rabbit, I got muskrat, buffalo leather, turkey feather, and a deerskin drum with willow wood. Whew! I can kind of feel the connection just off of that. So obviously this isn't a full garb. There's going to be a few more pieces. If you're going to be at the Yule gatherings, I will be at the Ohio Yule gathering here next week, and then we have the California Yule gathering as well coming up in January, where I do have some pretty amazing rituals planned. We're doing more of the Galder chanting, which I've done and have posted on as well. So if you want to check out that ritual, you can. It's on there. It's one of the least watched videos on the channel this year, because it's just one of those things I don't people I think search for. So if you want to see the ritual that kind of birthed this one, check that out. But I just want to thank everyone for joining me for this. Again, I'm just trying this out to see how this works. I've never been big into live streams. They've always caused me a little bit of anxiety. So I'm trying something new where they're more just casual conversations where I'm just crafting something or hanging out on the side of a mountain, and they're going to be sporadic. And, you know, this is why it's important to stay notified on the channel. So when I do post these things, you are available. And so I just saw someone as Ohio Yule Gathering, a public event. It is technically, I would say technically not. I think really the wording here is it Patreon exclusive? Is it Discord exclusive? No, they've never been that way. And I've kind of talked about this in the past. The thing with gatherings is you don't want just any random person coming to them. You know, you want to keep the people going there safe. And so the Discord and Patreon has been a really great way to get to know people before we have a 4-day weekend with them. So the Patreon and the Discord, therefore, is the best way to get involved in the gatherings. But we've had people come to them every single gathering we've had that are not part of those things. You know, it just get to know us a little bit, get to know us online, get to know us on Instagram, get to know the fellowship leaders. But also, this is why we're going down that nonprofit route, is because we do want to move off of Discord and Patreon, because we know it's not a perfect system. So the nonprofit is going to feature a website that you will be able to go to and sign up for the newsletter, which will give you all the information on the gatherings, and then you can kind of become a member of the, you know, officially of the nonprofit, of the religious organization that we are. So we are becoming more official, and we recognize that it's not a perfect system. But yeah, we've had, like, I think 18 rituals or gatherings this year, and each one about 30 people each. So it's grown up quite a bit, and that only started last year. So we've come a long way. We've learned a lot, and I'm excited to see this next chapter. But yeah, the Patreon and Discord is the best way to get involved right now. But obviously, we're trying to move forward with a different plan right now. But everyone, this has gone well over an hour. This is very warm. Thank you all very much for joining me for this live stream. One last time, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time, new video coming out. It's on how, basically how to reconnect with nature, especially with winter, and how winter has changed so drastically, so quickly, at least how we interact with it. So it's really supposed to be an eye-opening video. I have a really great interview with Matt Sargent, who's Soil Shaman or AWA's Initiations, who is a homesteader out in Montana and also a heathen. And so we're going to be talking about a lot of really great subjects like, how preparing for heat, preparing for food is all very different. So if you've ever been a part of Wisdom of Odin live stream, something I always like to do is something called the Skull Waterfall or the Scholar Fall. It's something that has just come naturally. It's a lot of fun. So as you know, I say until the hall, usually at the end of every single video, and then everyone else says skull. And so someone's already beginning. So everyone, I hope you join us for the Skull Waterfall. So everyone, thank you very much. And until the hall, skull. Good night, everybody. Happy Yule. Winter blessings to you all.